All right. Well, hello everyone. Michael here, and welcome to the first building live stream of the SS America. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I must say, the last stream was like what in August, I think it was when we were building the SS United States, which is back there. I'm gonna point it out real quick. You can see the two funnels sticking up there over the other two ships. But that was very successful. If you missed it, I did take her to Brick Fair, Virginia, in Chantilly, in August as well. So that was pretty exciting. Haven't actually managed to release the vlog yet. That's been like on the back burner for some time. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get that out in like a month, maybe. Maybe that's with major asterisks around it. Anyways, but we're not here to talk about the SS United States. Oh no, we are here to talk about the other, also very prolific United States line ship, none other than the SS America. And for those of you who don't know why I'm doing this, is that every year, basically, I do something I like to call the Lego ship vote. And that's where I give you guys a list of 3 or 5 ships to choose from, and you guys have about a month and a half to vote on which ship you want me to build that year. Last year was the SS United States. This year was actually 2 ships, and I'll get to exactly how I'll make that work in a second. But the ship that won was, of course, the SS America, and today I'm officially starting that build process. So, first we got a few ground rules to set. First of all, got the bricks right here. We're gonna be cracking into those in a second, but let's quickly go over the game plan. So obviously the SS America was slightly smaller than the SS United States. I say slightly, I mean largely smaller than the SS United States, because hold on. All right, we're fine. Because the SS United States, which was 990 feet, if I'm thinking of that correctly, was obviously very large, very fast ship that still actually holds the record to this day of being the fastest ocean liner to ever cross the Atlantic in, I think, 2 days, couple hours, give or take or so, which is lightning fast, 40 knots. Crazy, but the SS America was her older, smaller, slower, but arguably a little bit more luxurious older sister. She was built in the 1930s by Gibbs and Cox, designed by the legend William Francis Gibbs. And oh, welcome to the stream there, D Major Sway. You sub, thank you so much for that. That is greatly appreciated. I guarantee you your subscription shall be a worthwhile one, because I've got some pretty good stuff planned. Anyway, thank you for joining in. Hope you stick around long enough to see the rest of the cool stuff I've planned for the stream. Anyways, back to the SS America. Built in the 1930s by Gibbs and Cox, all that. And she was, gosh, it's been a real minute. I haven't talked like this on the fly in quite a while, so bear with me here. But yeah, at that time, America was really falling behind in the ocean liner race. At that time, of course, it was the 1930s, so airplanes were becoming more and more popular as a way to cross the Atlantic faster, cheaper. Actually, not exactly cheaper just yet, but anyways, America was falling very far behind Europe in the ocean liner game. We had like a few ocean liners, I think. Obviously, there was the Leviathan, which was also a big part of the United States lines, but that was sold for scrap in 1936, so now I don't got that. It was a big money loser anyway, so they need the United States lines really needed a good, steady ship that would bring good revenue and also set the stage for the liner, SS United States, which would take back America's place in the ocean liner race. So, taking from the lessons learned from his years of designing naval destroyers for the U.S. Navy, William Francis Gibbs finally got his chance to work on we'll say a prototype of the superliner of his dreams. Now, if you want more information on this, I highly recommend you read the Man and His Ship book. Great read. Read that last year. Now I'm reading it again to kind of refamiliarize myself with the America and its history. And do I play Minecraft? No, I don't play Minecraft. I would like to. I'd like to, but I kind of want to focus on building Lego stuff. I'd rather put my time and money into that. Just cause. Welcome to the stream, Ernest Kook 4221. Great to see you here. We got plenty of people joining in already. Lovely to see. Anyways, where was I? Right. Yes, America. So, either way, she started construction 1937, I believe, and she was launched on August 31st, 1939. But if you know your history, you'll know that the day after that wasn't really the greatest day in human history, because the day after that, World War II started. Germany invaded Poland and all that. So the America didn't really get her chance to make her big. Big debut on the transatlantic trade, because what are you gonna do when there's U-boats running around the whole place? If anything we learned from the Lusitania, am I right? So she spent her first year as just a cruise ship from New York to the Bahamas, and that was kind of it, unfortunately for the America. Of course, a year after that, the United States joined World War II, Pearl Harbor, of course, and she was converted to a troop ship, and was renamed to the USS West Point, and she would go on to survive the war, transport many troops to Europe from America, and she did a pretty good job at doing that. Of course, after the war, the world was very happy, the post-war boom and everything, so she was reconverted into an ocean liner and finally made her maiden voyage as an actual ocean liner, what she was built to do. And she continued this way till I think around like late 1950s, 1960s. Not exactly sure, don't quote me on that. But after that, she was sold to the Greek Chandler's Lines, and she had a pretty good career on that. Then she got old for the second time, and she was sold, I think, I don't remember the exact company name, but she was sold back to an American company, and they repainted her, didn't restore her at all, pretty much just filled her with garbage, and she switched hands a couple more times after that. She was in just such a state of disrepair that they decided to try to either scrap her or turn her into a floating hotel in Thailand. So at this time, she was in Sevastopol in Ukraine. I think it was for asbestos removal, actually, and she would need to be towed all the way to Thailand. So she was, but on the way, the line she had, which was connected to a tug that was pulling her, was the line snapped pretty much, and she was just left adrift somewhere off the Strait of Gibraltar. Eventually, she ended up beaching on Fuerteventura Beach, I think either in Morocco, Spain, or Madeira. I don't know. I forgot again. Anyways, there she stayed for about 20 years, slowly disintegrating from the waves constantly hitting her, and now she's just a pretty much stripped down hull laying off the coast of Fuerteventura Beach. Where that is, I forgot. I'm sorry about that, but there you go. There's brief history of the SS America, and I got some chats to keep up on. Late 1950s, 60s. Dang it! Why'd you have to quote me like that? Anyways, actually, I'm gonna see what was actually her correct date of retirement from the United States lines. When did the SS America retire from the United States lines? 1969. Okay, so it was the late 1960s, after all, and I believe She lasted a little longer than the SS United States, actually, so I don't know. All right. All right. Gotta do my homework, listening to. Hey, thank you for sticking around and listening. Greatly appreciate that, Ernest. I get it. I was supposed to do the stream at 6, was 30 minutes late because I had a physics class that ran over time. But I'm here now. Anyways, um, to anyone new here who was not here for the last couple of streams while I was building the SS United States, what use works, basically. I give you guys the game plan, what we're going to try to achieve in the stream, and then we do it. Usually till around 8:30, because I started later. We're probably gonna go till 9. So, anyways, the main goal of today's stream is just to get the bow shape done. Maybe start a little bit work on the forecastle details, the deck. Thankfully, we don't have any sand green to worry about this time around because the SS America's decks was made out of wood, so we can just use tan parts for that. It'll be really simple and easy, really nice for me, and I won't go $100 over budget this time. Hopefully. Anyways, we're gonna work on getting the bow shape down because the SS United States, I remember, took me like an hour and a half to get it done, and that was a pretty easy, just 45-degree rake. That's all. The SS America's bow, though, let me actually pull up a picture here. Had a very uniquely shaped concave bow. Let me see if I can find a 2D sort of image. Maybe from Ocean Liner Designs. He's absolutely goated, by the way. Y'all should check out the channel Ocean Liner Designs, by the way. Anyways, let me just zoom in behind me there. So that's the SS America right there. And see, pay attention to its bow. See that shape? It's very concave. But also notice that the area below the waterline is not perfectly straight either. And I remember reading she didn't actually have a bulbous bow, so that should make things a little easier for us. But as you can see, it rakes ever so slightly there. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Anyways, you can see it rakes ever so slightly right there above the waterline markers. So we're going to have to figure out a way to do that. Maybe with just like a 1 stud difference in the stacking or so. But then the real challenge will be here when we get to the actual hull part, the amidships. That's not the amidships. What am I saying? Anyways, we got to figure out how to do that and maybe get a little bit of deck detail done. Should be particularly easy because Francis Gibbs was not particularly big on well decks because especially seeing what was happening to the Queen Mary, where her well deck was pretty much just constantly filling up with water in rough seas and make her even more top heavy as if she wasn't already top heavy enough. So he did not put a well deck on it, so that should make things easier. Instead, actually, he put a gigantic breakwater to basically break the water off the bridge so it wouldn't damage anything. Anyways, let's get straight into building. We're gonna switch the camera around now. Right. My phone got a bag. All right. Go save your phone, Ernest. That is very vital to do. Welcome to the stream, Cormac and D. McGann. Thank you for joining in. And we are about to commence building the SS America. All right. So, got my parts here. Also spent a lot of time getting a bunch of secondhand parts. By the way, can y'all hear me all right? Because I have this mic tacked onto my shirt right now. Just wondering if y'all can hear me like steadily, not too loud, not too quiet, just let me know if I need to adjust anything, because yeah, all right, good. Thanks, Cormac. Anyways, like I was saying, I spent quite a bit of time expanding my own spare parts portfolio for this ship. Getting a bunch of secondhand parts from shops like Brickmania, Bricks and Minifigs, just all those. Getting filler bricks and smaller random bricks that I couldn't really buy in bulk. Also have a few leftovers from last year. We've got a bunch of black bricks from last year. Also, all the sand green that we had left over. Probably not going to be able to use that for the SS America, but still, nice to have that. Anyways, about this, though, you might notice that this says Weebrick. Now, what the hell is that? Weebrick, as I believe, is a Chinese company that manufactures their own bricks. They're pretty much Lego, and I just got them for like $30 off Amazon. If I were to buy them from, say, like Pick a Brick or Bricklink, where you can get actual official Lego stuff, that would probably cost me over $100. So I think this is a necessary sacrifice to make. I mean, unless you're a honest to God Lego purist, then I wouldn't recommend this for you. And I have a lot of respect for Lego purists, but when it comes to saving a quick buck, that is my middle name. So I got these. They'll suffice. I've been using them for quite a while. But anyway, let's get these open. I believe these are the red bricks that we're going to use for the water line. Ooh, nice box design, by the way. All right. Yes, this is the red bricks. And if yeah, they come in separate little... Oh, wow. These are a lot bigger bags than I remember. I don't remember those bags being that big. And if I remember correctly, I think I ordered like 300 or so red bricks. I think that's about 300 red bricks. Should be enough to get us through both of the ships. Hopefully. If not, it's pretty easy to order more. This, I believe, is the black bricks. Also from China. Similar deal here from Amazon. Trying to save a quick buck. Are they just like in there? No, okay, they're in their own bag. Alright, nice. Alright, so we got the black bricks. I'll probably just dump them into the same bag as these black bricks from last year. So, dang, where did I put the box? Alright, there it is. Yes, Ernest has returned. Thank you for returning, Ernest. That means a lot. We need to keep steady viewership here. So, thank you for joining. And finally, we've got the white bricks, which just came like this. So, no extra unboxing needed for those. Question from Cormac Doherty. Is this going to be the biggest boat you've built? Unfortunately not. No, not the biggest. I'm going to try to build it in the same scale as my Lego United States mock that I built last year. And for that to happen, it's also going to need to be slightly shorter than my Lego Britannic mock. Because, like I said earlier, the SS United States was almost 1,000 feet. The SS America was about 725 feet or so. So it's going to be significantly smaller, but that means we do have a lot of wiggle room for even more fantastic details. And also it'll be easier on the bank account as well. And after this, after we're done with this ship actually, probably sometime in like mid-May or June, we'll move on to building the next ship, which is the SS Atlantic. And I guess I'll explain that in the next stream, because I don't know. I feel like I've been yapping for too long already, so maybe it's about time to just get straight into it. Where's the bag? Alright, so we have the bag right here. We're going to take a look at the specific dimensions so we can plan out just how... Ooh, shoot! Almost just dropped out all of the black bricks. Almost dropped all of them. That would have been bad and annoying. Anyways, I feel like I've been yapping for way too long. Yes, I have. It's been already 20 minutes. Anyways, how is y'all's day going? Oh, shoot. What on earth? What? Okay. I thought this was just going to be 2x4s, but I guess there's 2x4s, 1x2s, 1x1s, and 1x4s as well? Okay, I will take that. I am not mad about that at all. That is perfectly fine. The more bricks, the merrier, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Are these even like the same dimensions as bricks, just to make sure I didn't get scanned by China again? Uh, they appear to be a little bit more shinier. Their clutch power doesn't seem to be that great, though. That's unfortunate. Did I seriously? Okay, their clutch power is actually fine. No, never mind. Yeah, their clutch power is fine. Not the best is with Lego to Lego clutch power. Like, you're not gonna get that off like that. But I guess it's good enough. It's good enough because it's gonna get a bunch of extra. Hey, actually, look at that. I guess if you hit it down hard enough, clutch power is all right. This is actually probably pretty pretty bad meter of clutch power here, but slightly worse clutch power, but we'll work with it. We will work with it. All right, let me get the rest of these bricks into this bag, and we will begin. All right, now I guess I'm just gonna sweep all these extra bricks into the bag. Just make things easy on myself. Well, great. This is great. So, if I knew that I would be getting a bunch of 1x4s and stuff, actually, no. I'm glad I got actual Lego parts for the smaller pieces because the more of this build that I actually have as Lego, the better. So I'm glad I actually got all those extras. Probably not going to use these anyway because, as we've already well established, these do not have the greatest clutch power, it seems. All right, we'll put that bag down there. Those can stay over there. The white brick bag is probably not going to come in handy anytime soon. So I'm going to grab a drink of water first. All right, let's commence. Let me pull up first some dimensions. All right, so for it to be in scale with the SS United States, we need to make it about as long as the Britannic to its second mast. So for that, I think we're going to make it about 12 studs wide. Not exactly sure how many studs long yet. We'll figure that out as we go. But for now, what do I want to see? Yes, I wanted to see its draft height. That will give us how high we'll need to make from the bottom of the waterline to the actual deck part of the ship. So, SS America draft. I do not want caps lock on. That is not what I asked for. Okay. Google, man, you're failing me. From keel to deck. How's that? Will Google understand that? Bruh. Okay, well, now I know I can't trust it because I know for a fact the SS America is not 660 feet in length. That's like a crime against the SS America right there. Yeah, no thanks, buddy. No thanks. Maybe we can get some from Wikipedia. When in doubt, Wikipedia is always the last resort. Huh. Let's see. Are there any dimensions here or something? All right. General characteristic. Tonnage. We don't need to worry about tonnage or displacement. I'm not going to be putting this in water. All right. So looks like I was a little bit inaccurate earlier. I said it was 725 feet. It's 723 feet. All right. I apologize for that. Let's see. Its width was 93 feet, so about the same as the Britannic. Draft 33 feet. All right, that's what we needed to know. That is what we needed to know. All right. All right, now we've got its draft. Now I'm just gonna quickly compare that to Uh, Actually, I'm gonna quickly search up what this means by draft. What is the spelling? The lowest point of the hall. Huh. I think that's about right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was using the right terminology. All right. I'm just gonna quickly compare that to the SS United States real quick, so we know what we're working with. United States. I'm gonna use Wikipedia again because that just looks like the greatest source at the moment. Let's see. General characteristics. Draft. 30. Oh, 31 feet. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It was actually less than the SS America. That is surprising. Very surprising indeed. Huh. All right. Maybe I can find a picture SS United States next to SS America. Just to get some visual perspective. Oh, there's that famous shot, but it's kind of perspectifying, so I'm not sure how useful that would prove to be. Let's see. There was another really good image I found recently of the two together. Docked, I think it was in New York or something. Hopefully I can find that. That would be really nice. Huh. No, not that. Okay, I can't find it. That would have been really nice to find. Anyways. Let's see. What else do I need to know? The height. I need to know the height from keel to funnel. That's one thing I need to know. All right. Give me all results. I'm free from the shackles that are homework. Let's go, Ernest. Homework is actually the most annoying thing ever. I feel you, Ernest, there. 175 feet. I asked for the SS America Google, not the SS United States. Thank you very much, Gemini. Bruh, okay. If this doesn't prove that Gemini is not to be trusted, I don't know what will. SS. Okay, I misspelled American. Maybe that's the thing. I don't like that result it's giving me. Kind of sussing me out a bit. I don't know how I feel about that. Will Wikipedia be your savior again? Let's hope so. Length, nothing about height. Dang it. Gosh darn it. Oh, that really sucks. All right, we gotta find something. Ooh. All right, I'm keeping this tab open. I know that for sure. That's gonna be very. That's the SS United States, bruh. Never mind, we're not keeping that open. How about I just search up dimensions? There. What? I don't need the 19th century version. SS America 1939. Man versus AI right here, right now, guys. Anywhere I can get. I don't need images. I need numbers. I need numbers. How can there not be a height? I don't understand. Height. There you go. What does that mean, though? From where to where? Okay, that gives us a ballpark at least. 95.4 feet in height. Is it to the top of the superstructure? Is it to the top of the funnels? Is it to the top of the deck? We don't know. Because these people are not specific. I'm just going to ask you the question. Was the SS America... I don't want cap blocks. 1939, 95 feet tall from keel to funnel. I gotta specify in these prompts here. No. Okay, there were 65 feet tall. Will they give us anything useful? Gosh, please give me something. Something useful. Okay. Okay, how about keel to superstructure? We know the funnels were about 30 or so feet in height from keel to top of the superstructure. Okay, it was not, but can you tell me what it was? Let's try that. Boom. All right, I'm just gonna eyeball it then. I'm just gonna eyeball it. North America next to United States. I'm just gonna eyeball it then, guys. I try to never do this, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I want to find that image, that better image where they're docked next to each other. Docked. Because that one you actually get a sense of how long each ship is. Sorry if I'm boring you guys a lot. I know I said we'll get to building soon. Ooh, maybe in related images, this will get us to the right place. Please. That's I think that's the Aquitania, is it? We don't need that. See more images. Come on, Google, work with me. For crying out loud. Okay, what if I say docked in New York? Will that give us anything of use? Please? Okay, you know what? I have the image saved on my phone, which I'm recording on, so I'll be back in a few seconds. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I think I'm gonna get back to my desk now. All right, you can hear me? Wonderful. By the way, welcome to the stream. I like deer. Thank you for joining in. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I think that's DMV boys. Yes. Guys, we have indeed a OG in the chat. We have George 58RG on DMV boys, which has been aptly renamed to I like deer. Wonderful. Welcome to the stream, George. Oh, we also have I like trees. I like trees is back. What do you know? It's been a while since we've seen I like trees. All right. I like trees. All right. So I think we have discovered that this is an all right length for ship. Maybe we just take. Dang it. Okay, I'm done with my mic. It's been glitching out all night. Forget it. I'm just gonna use the mic of the phone at this point because I ain't having this. Did I forget to charge it or something? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But we must press forward, which we are very much doing. Again, we're going to try to use as little brick as possible, make this as light as we possibly can. All right. We're going to make a... Should we make that there? Okay, hold on. I need to pull up the other picture, see if there's a line. There is. I was just checking to see if there's a line for the water, which there is, so that means we're going to have to add one. Rather unfortunately, because this part was kind of unfortunate. How's the stream been? It was good for the first 30 minutes, then I accidentally muted myself for the next 25, and then the viewership went from 30 concurrent viewers to 2. So, it was good, and then I didn't realize I was muted the whole time, so... Yeah, that happened. Hope that answers your question, George. But, now we seem to be doing just slightly better. Thankfully. Hopefully we'll continue to be... Yes, I had 30! And then I sold the clip by forgetting to unmute myself. Oh. Very annoying. Ooh, shoot. Alright. How's your channel been going, George? I don't know, because I haven't checked in a while, sadly. But I know you recently started making content again. So how's that been going? How's that been going for you? Right there. Put that there, and that there like that. Okay. Oh, the hunting stuff, yeah, I kind of feel like it because I've turned into a guy who likes watching videos and not making them. I get that. Yeah, a couple years ago, similar thing happened to me. Because, I mean, as you probably know from experience now, that it gets tiring. It certainly gets tiring making content constantly. By the way, I don't really like how that turned out, so I'm gonna change it. But yeah, it's not easy trying to keeping consistent viewership. Especially when you're our age, right, George? It's not easy. Anyways, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a brick separator because I failed to do so earlier. I was going so fast though. Yes, you were what, like 450? I think we got to. We used to do those streams almost every other night, and you were getting maybe 30 or something subs every night. It was crazy growth. But also, yeah, like you gotta know, sometimes you gotta quit while you're ahead. I guess. I just noticed something. The water line is significantly smaller than the back part. Let me just. Whatever. To keep it in scale, we'll just forget the big details, such as that. Anyways, back to this. I'm gonna place down this plate here. There. When's do I think the snow is going? You mean like going away or coming again? Going away? Right now it's really cold. Today is the first day in these 2 weeks that I've actually seen melted water running down from places. Because it got slightly warmer, I think, over the weekend. So, I'm not too sure. I think we're gonna get to keep the snow till maybe late March, early April. Like, it's gonna be crazy how long we're gonna get to keep this snow here. Because for other countries as well, right now, they got so much more snow, and they get to keep their snow till, I think, May. Some countries, some of those northern countries like Russia and Canada. And we haven't gotten snow like this in a long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it stays till April. March at the earliest, like late March. Yes, especially those giant piles. Giant piles of snow made by them snow plows. Alright. I was gonna start in the black section right now, yes. Alright, let us see here. Let us see what we're going to do. Hey, we just hit 67 minutes into the stream. Look at that, guys. Wonderful. Alright. Oh, gosh, these annoying Chinese tiny bricks. Ugh. Unfortunate. Alright, guys. How are we thinking for a bow shape? Does that... that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. Maybe if I just make a straight 3 stack? Maybe like that? We'll try that and see. We'll see how that ends up working. Yeah, I think that might be too short. We'll probably end up having to rebuild this before the end of the night, but we'll see. What is going on with my mic today? This is weird. What is going on with my mic today? This is weird. Okay, I think that's fixed it. I think we're good now. And I think I'm going to have to rebuild this entire thing, because I'm not liking how that's looking. Also, look at how easily that broke off. That should not have happened at all. Okay. Forget that. We're starting fresh. We are starting fresh. All right. Got that brick. And I'm going to make it 4 this time, actually. I'm going to put this... I think I'll just put that there. See how it looks. Probably make the next section flats or something. Welcome to the stream, kids crew. Thank you for joining in. Trying to get those viewership numbers up. So thank you for joining. Ernest! You're back! Wonderful. Right. Well, unfortunately, not much has happened since you've been gone. I apparently muted myself for, I think it was 25 minutes, and then another 15 or so minutes. I think it was crazy. But we did build this, but I didn't like how it looked, so we're starting fresh again. Also, I got rid of the mic because it died, so that's unfortunate. Wow, we got plenty of people. Welcome to the stream, Amped Girl and Arcade Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. Yeah, of course. Anytime, Ernest. Yeah, I'm here, Amped Girl. Can y'all hear me? Alright, because this was a problem earlier. If my mic is glitching again, I'm gonna crash out. Alright. Hi there, Amped Girl. Yes. Thank you for joining into the stream. It is nice to have you. Anyways. This bow is really stumping me. Maybe, perhaps stumping me even more than the SS United States bow. You have a suggestion? Very well. What is your suggestion, Arcade Gamer? I am very much open to suggestions. No, I do not have a cat. Amped Girl. I do have a dog, though. Personally, I tend to like dogs a little bit more over cats, but that's just personal preference. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna take the rest of this apart because I really need the parts. We have no reason, actually, to keep this together even because we're not gonna be using it. It is not good. I mean, it was good as a prototype. Good to kind of get us in the flow of building, but right now it's not. Yeah. Ooh, Arcade Gamer. That is an amazing suggestion. The Carl D. Bradley. You should try to build the SS Carl D. Bradley or the Edmund Fitzgerald. Oh man, that is an incredible. I am absolutely going to build the Edmund Fitzgerald one of these years. You know what? After this is done, you know what? What do you guys think of this? On the next ship vote, why don't I put the Edmund Fitzgerald on it? And for the background music, I'll put the song by Gordon. Dang it, what's his last name? Gordon. Chat, remind me. The musician who wrote the song about the Edmund Fitzgerald. Gordon Longfoot? Is that right? I don't know. I think so. Was it Lightfoot? I can't for the life of me remember his name. Something like that. Gordon Lightfoot wrote the song about the Edmund Fitzgerald. Gordon Ramsay. Ace roll! Was the Edmund Fitzgerald trying to... Can you build a dog from Lego, please? Perhaps. I mean, I guess I'd have to decide the scale, but I definitely could try. That'd be a fun challenge. Did you know that the SS Edmund Fitzgerald had a sister ship, but it was scrapped in 1986 and was a layup since the 1980? I know she had several sister ships. Remind me which one that was again. Unfortunately, a lot of them did get scrapped. One of them, I believe, is still operating on the Great Lakes. Actually, no. No, none of her sisters survived, actually. If I'm thinking correctly. But there is a freighter of her class still roaming around the Great Lakes. Oh! The Arthur B. Homer. Okay. Okay, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, kind of sad that they had to scrap them, but... On the more positive note, it's really crazy what those Great Lakes freighters are able to accomplish. I mean, most of them, which are still in service, were built in the 1910s, 20s, and 30s, and they're still going strong. And that's just because the Great Lakes are freshwater, so the metal on them doesn't corrode as fast. So they're able to stay in service for much, much longer. But it's really sad what happened to the Edmund Fitzgerald. She could have had a long career like all these other Great Lake freighters. But I guess just a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time was that. Really unfortunate. And Gordon Lightfoot's songs certainly encompass that pretty well. 29 men that lost their lives that night. That windy November night. Alright, let's see. I need a 1x1 right here for this situation. Do I have any 1x1s? I should. I remember I stockpiled in a bunch. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to maybe make a compromise here. Just to use that. Ford Motor Company even owed Great Lakes ships like Benson Ford, the Henry Ford, and the William Clay Ford, and the Clays searched along the Anderson to find the Fitz. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, the William Clay and the, is the Carl Anderson, I think? I think that was the name. I don't know. I'm a little bit rusty on the Great Lakes stuff, but still got the general knowledge there. But yes, they were both went on the search for the Fitz the following morning, the Edmund Fitzgerald. You've been learning about the USS Maine. Oh, W, George. That was W ship. She was Iron Hold, I believe. And she's the one that started the Spanish-American War, right? Maybe we just make it like that. I guess we'll try to make that, and then maybe a slight curve up there. We're just completely experimenting here at this point, guys. Completely, utterly, and totally. Yeah, that was... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, that was really unfortunate, George. They literally had one of their ships blow up and just blamed it on the Spanish. Very sad, kind of comical, but very much unneeded. I mean, like, come on, guys. They didn't even go into any investigation about what could have happened. They just went, nope, it was the Spanish. I know it. Ooh, those are all really great picks. arcade gamer. Edmund Fitzgerald, Arthur Anderson, Case and Calloway, definitely all highlights there. W picks. Hold on, I just need to find out. Oh. Yeah, that... I don't even know what to say. Ugh, that was just a perfect example of doing before thinking. Yo, YWN? I'm not sure what that means, M's girl, sorry. I can see you've been saying it for a while, but What does WN mean? I'm just sorry. I'm a little confused. Is it like a text slang? Like, oh dang it. Oh, my name. Sorry about that. Ants girl. My name is Michael, as my channel name states. It is my real legal name. Very much indeed. Sorry to leave you hanging there like that. I guess I'm not too up to date with my texting slang. That's my bad. Anyway, gosh, this bow is really stumping me. I don't really know what to do, to be perfectly honest with you guys. We'll just use that there. That's fine. What is going on with my nose is my question. Maybe use a 1x2 there. Should be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Put that there. And we put another 1x2 in there. Perfect. Nice. Still not exactly sure what to make of it. Maybe we make this a 2x3? Maybe that'll solve our burdens. That looks slightly better. They make slightly better. Slightly better. I don't know. Let's just build the rest of this up. I think I'll make that flat. Yeah, that's good. Same on the other side. I think we'll just keep it 5 here all throughout. We'll make it a little bit squished because again, we're trying to make this in scale with my other ships. So that must be our #1 priority at the moment. Also, big priority at the moment is to make this as structurally sound right from the get-go, so I don't have to go back in 2 years and fix it like I did with the Queen Mary mock. That's not long enough. Do I have a 1x8 perhaps? No, I don't. What's your guys' favorite Great Lakes freighters? For me, it'd have to be the Edmund Fitzgerald, the Arthur M. Anderson, and the Case and J. Calloway. Maybe also the Elizabeth? Was that her name? Was it her name? I don't know. Wasn't there one called Elizabeth? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna actually look up real quick which one. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, it was the Edwin H. Cott. Yes, that's the one. That one's also a goated Great Lakes freighter. Motorbike, perhaps. Like at a minifigure scale, I can just grab a piece and call it a day, I guess. But if I were to make a bigger one, that would be another fun challenge. I could use like one of those big tire pieces. That could be really cool. Oh, look at that! I found a 1x8. Awesome. Very, very awesome. I think I'll switch this out actually for a 2x6 for more of that structural soundness, and that also switch that out for. What could we switch that out for? We could switch that out for a 2x3 with a 2x4. There. That is what we will do. Okay. There, and there. All right. Nice. That's... Oh, now I remember why I did that. Never mind, we're going back to what we were doing before. I guess I forgot why I did that, because Legos, and my brain doesn't brain. Now it all makes sense. All right. So we're going to put that there. We'll put a 1x something here to cover up this yellow beam. We're going to do that in a second, but for... Oh my gosh. I've completely failed to realize that I do not need a 1x8, but I need a 1x6. Because I am yapping very much, and I guess it's not giving me time to think. Again, I'm very rusty. It's been since August. It's been over 6 months since the last live stream, so feeling a little rusty. My nose apparently is too. Holy moly. Oh, gotta get some water. Oh. All right. Should we make that 2? Yeah, we'll make that 2. That looks nice. Should I lower? Maybe I'll lower the camera a little bit more so you guys can see things more from my perspective. There we go. Should be better. Anyway, grab another red 2x3. There we go. Put that there. So this puts us at 8 studs. We're looking for 12 studs, so 2 more. Expansions after this. Want to know something interesting about Bradley Transportation Line? Sure, Arcade Gamer. I'm all for it. I'm all about learning more unique tidbits about ocean liners and freighters. All the same. Actually, no, not the same. Don't know why I said that. But you get what I mean. Did I have a 1x8 somewhere lying around here? I can't remember. They merged with Pittsburgh Steamship Line to form U.S. Steel Company. Oh, really? I did not know that. Oh, wow. Huh, that would, I guess that, tongue-tied again, golly. That makes a lot of sense, considering that they're all transporting iron ore. Kind of like the Norfolk Southern Union Pacific merger, which honestly doesn't make that much sense still, but I guess on a corporate level, does make a little bit of sense, and operational sense as well. But I can totally see what they would do then. Yes. And here we'll just we'll just do this. Actually, actually I don't know about that. But what I do know is that I'll put that there. That looks I don't really know what to think about that. I don't know about that. Not too sure. Put that in there. Okay. Do that. And now can finally move on to the black section so we can see what we think of how the bow looks like. And Bradley Transportation Line transported limestone between Indiana and Rogers City, Michigan. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she, they had a lot of limestone up there in Michigan, honestly. I think most of the quarries there are kind of depleted, but I think they've still got some up there, actually. I'm not entirely sure, though. Okay, we'll put it in the water line now. Put that there as well. Let's see, getting any more place to place. Dang it. Looks like not really. Oh, well, I do have a 1x4. That's good enough. Alright, now let us see. We'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. And we won't follow the pattern here, but what we will do is maybe something like that. Is that too much of a curve? I think so. If we could get like a half a stud curve here, if that were possible, which is not, then that would be really nice. That'd be really nice. Like, look at that. That captures the curve perfectly, but fortunately, it's just not possible. Oh, wow. The SS Manitou. No, I've not heard of it, but killed 16 people. Wow. It was a passenger liner. What passenger line was it? Was it with the St. Lawrence line or the what's the other line? What was the one that the Empress of Ireland belonged to? Actually, wait, never mind. I'm not thinking of the right thing. Empress of Ireland was built by a British company. Now, come to think of it, Owen Sound Transportation Company. Interesting. I've never heard of that. I don't know how I haven't heard of that. That's pretty tragic. Why don't people talk about that more? That's pretty bad. I mean, compared to other disasters, not as bad as something as, say, like the Sultana or the SS Atlantic. But still, Like, that's a significant loss of life, especially out of the 21 on board. Let's see. 8 o'clock. Probably gonna stick it out for another hour or so, guys. So we really gotta get the shape of the bow down before then. How does... See, I don't know. Maybe if we... Hold on a second, Chad. Wait, hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook here. That could be it. That could be it. We just need to we need to change the shape of the waterline. That's what we need to do. We'll do like that. Then we'll do like that. Okay. All right, all right. Hang on, guys. Let me cook. And we'll make that flat there. All right. And then, oh, actually, I gotta take that off. Put that there. And then there. What do we think about that, guys? Let me just quickly put it next to a picture. Yes, America. So, for reference, that is what we're going for. That right there, that bow shape, is what we're going for. Not too sure about that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe let's tinker a bit more with the waterline. Let us tinker with the waterline a little bit more. Where's my brick separator? Why does the SS America remind me of the SS United States? Well, probably because they were both built and designed by Gibbs and Cox company and by the incredible maritime visionary William Francis Gibbs. This was his real first crack at designing, or at least prototyping, the superliner of his dreams, which he had been pretty much designing since his time in Harvard when he was in his 20s. So this was a pretty big deal for him and a big deal for the nation, because this ship would mark the America's beginning of dominance of the transatlantic trade between Europe. So this ship was pretty significant, I think. And it is definitely very, very appealing, for sure. All right, let's see. Let's compare it to the real bow now. Yeah, I'm still not too sold on that. Actually, wait, hold on. Maybe if I do this. And then, hold on, we put a white brick on top. Actually, looks like it's going to be half a brick, because that's really thin. Hold on, guys. Hold on a minute here. We do something like that. Thing is, it looks like it has a slight curve, but not enough of is the word I'm looking for overhang, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. Let's look at it like that. Not too sure. Not too sure about that. Maybe it is fine. Maybe it is fine. Let me just see one more thing. Maybe, what if we do that? Ooh. Like, that's definitely too much. Too much of a rake. Of a concave rake. Let me just put it up like against the background here. Kind of squint at it. Does that scream SS America? Not exactly. I mean, yeah, I kind of don't know what to do here. I kind of really don't know what to do here. This bow is really, really stumping me for whatever reason. All right, we gotta think here, guys. We gotta take a second to contemplate. Contemplate. Get our thinking caps working. Yeah, mine's not working today. Dang it. I don't really know how I'm supposed to. Maybe let's pull up some pictures of other people's Lego SS America. If there were actually any. To maybe get some inspiration. Inspiration is what we would like. By Brick Executive, W YouTube channel. See, he kind of did the same thing with the bow. You see that? I mean, obviously he's working in a much larger scale. Actually, not too much larger, but still. But see how his bow sort of like mine. See, the bottom is just completely flat. I think those are also flat, so I think this is good, actually. Yeah, I think we're good with this shape, guys. I think we found it. I think we found the right shape. Woohoo! Let us rejoice. Let us all rejoice in this. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so that means that we can now continue. I'm just gonna make the white part up here a little bit more permanent. That was just for dimensions sake. But anyways, let's move on with the rest of the build now. We're at 8 studs, and we're trying to get it to 12 studs. So I'm gonna put that there. That there. This there like that. And grab another 1x1 in red, of course. If I can find one. Hopefully I actually have another one. Okay. There. We can put that there. Just like that. Actually. Actually, we might be safe with actually making it 3 here. Yeah, I think that's actually fine. Yeah, let's make it 3 there. Sure. Makes them a bit more accurate, looks like. So, we will make it as accurate as possible. That doesn't look right. That looks a little bit more right. And now we put something like that there. And another something like that there. And I'm just going to put a random filler 1x4 there for some extra support. If I can find one, I don't want to use a main color one. Sure, I'll use a blue one. Blue is nice. There. Nice and nice. So that, I believe, brings us... I feel like we should stretch it out a little bit more here, so I'm going to put it like that, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to move these back by 1. Just to stretch out her bow. Actually, we should be bringing it closer by the looks of it. We'll do that for the next couple. So this one will make 6? Or should we make it 7? I don't know. Should we make it 6 or should we make it 7, guys? I say stick with 6. I'm gonna stick with 6. And this is gonna be 4, yeah. And the very last one is gonna be 4 as well, because that's just gonna match the shape of the bow better. Oops, did not mean to do that. All right, we're gonna need more of a spine there, it looks like. There. Place that like that. And then here, we need some sort of beam or something to make that better. Yeah, I put 2 there. Yeah, I did. Okay. So we're gonna put, what kind of beam should we put there? 8 is too much. Or too little, I mean. And I guess we'll use it there. And we'll put that like that. And we'll use the outer wall as more of a support. Oh, we need something here on this side. Hold on. Put that. What do we do on this side? We didn't do anything on this side. Should put it like that. Nah. Doesn't look the best. And looks like we need a 1x4 there. Oops. Before I start lifting this thing all over the place, we need to do something about that. So, I'm going to place that there. Like that. And we're going to need something there as well to hold it together. Some 1x's, presumably. So we're going to put that there. Why is it not going in? Hello? Okay, there we go. And now we just need some filler brick here. Maybe something like that. Oh, shoot. Just smacked the camera. Not very optimal there. Okay, let's see. I need either a 2x6 or 2 1x6s for a good brace there. Let's see if I can find any. Hopefully I have some. That would be very not great of me if that was the case. That appears to was the case, so it was very not great of me. Unfortunate indeed. Oh well. Looks like we're just gonna have to use 1x1. We'll settle for that. Okay, nice. And here we need something like that as well. So I'm just gonna put this there. Should be fine. There. And the hair. Perfect. Let's see. I'm gonna switch this up for a 1x4 to. You're gonna go? Alright, well, thank you for tuning in, Arcade Gamer. It's been wonderful talking to you, and I wish you a good night. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next stream, Arcade Gamer. It'll be same time next week on Tuesday, so hopefully see you then. Anyways, good night, Arcade Gamer. Thank you for tuning in. See, that looks a little bit too uniform, though. That really sucks. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that, though. Is there anything I can do? I mean, I guess I can do this. Or actually, I can do... this. Let me cook. I can do this. Uh-huh. There we go. That helps break up the uniformity. Oh, we're gonna need a 1x there, though. Slightly annoying. We gotta be still sparing here, because I'm not sure how long these parts are gonna last us. 2x3 goes there. Other 2x3 on the other side goes there. Wonderful. And we're down to 0 viewers again. Oh, well. That's not gonna stop me. Hasn't stopped me before, ain't gonna stop me now. Ooh. That looks a little bit odd. Should we go with it? Sure. Sure, let's go with it. It's fine. But looking at the pictures of the real ship, maybe I feel like it should be receding a bit. This curvature of the ship. So if that's flat there, does that look odd? I mean, perhaps a little bit. What if this is flat though? And this is not flat. What if that's the case? Curious, very curious. You gonna remove that? Oh, hello again, amped girl. Thank you for tuning back in. Nice to see a familiar face. I'm gonna put that there. And that there as well. How does that look? That looks wonky. Very wonky indeed. Extremely wonky for that matter. So, I'm going to change it. There. Actually, I should probably use a 2x3 there instead, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let's see. Do I have another 2x3 lying around anywhere? Could really do with one. Ah, nice. Whoa! Look at that, guys. We have a veteran brick. See those logos? That means this brick is, at the very most, from 1965. Could be from earlier. But at the most, this brick is from 1965. Fascinating stuff. Kind of don't really want to use it, but I'm going to use it anyway. Kind of sad to just put it up and worship it on a shelf. And it's going to be doing what it was built to do in this model. So, kind of better. I have to go have tea. All right. Enjoy your tea, amped girl. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you later. All right. Now, where were we? Okay. So, it's still too uniform. Maybe. Gosh, this bow is really getting to me. I'm gonna remove that and put this there instead. Maybe that will make things better. Just saying that, hopefully it'll magically make things better. It could not, but we'll just have to see. And then we'll put that there. get that off. Move that over there. Put this here. And put that there. All right, nice. And then replace the destroyed bricks, which have been removed. And bada bing, bada boom. Wonderful. All right, Chad, how does that look? That looks like not quite what I'm going for, if I'm being honest. That looks like not quite what I'm going for, which is annoying. All right, then, let's think. How can we make this look better? Maybe if I get some inspiration from my Botanic mug, which is a very similarly proportioned front section. I think I'm just looking at this wrong. The waterline is only part of the equation, but the top half is the rest of it. So that means we just need to at least build this out and then see how it will look with the top section on top of it. That is all that we need to do. Really. Ooh, we have a gap there that needs filling. So let's fill it. All right, we'll put that there. That goes there. And if I could just find one more, there we go. Perfection. And now I require some filling brick. I'll just use this right there. Give it some nice, much needed sturdiness. Then I shall start putting in the waterline sections. Just like that. All right. And then there, we can just simply put a 2x4 plate. Not too much of a problem, really. Should be easy to work around if it, I don't know, somehow manages to bite me in the back somehow. Stab me in the back, I mean. What is it that you say? I don't know. I don't know what's the saying. Anyway, maybe if we put like that, and I have this really unique piece. I could perhaps, no, that's not gonna work. Dang it, I really thought it could. That's sad. Really sad. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Karimi Desir. Good to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. I am currently in the process of building the Lego SS America. Very exciting stuff. And for the past... Oh, we just hit 2 hours. Nice. I've been trying to get the bow shape right, but it has really not been helping that the SS America has a really funky shaped bow. Very unfortunate situation, indeed. Let's see. Got that piece. We got that piece. So if we put them together, it doesn't really help much. Oh, I have a 2x3. What am I doing? I could just put that there. I'll just put a 2x3. And do I have a 2x2 anywhere in here? Which would be nice, I must say, if I were to find one right now. I found a 1x2, but that's not what I actually... That works absolutely fine. That works absolutely fine. So why am I complaining? Alright. I'm gonna pull out a couple more bricks here. Or plates, I should say, to help out with the rest of the build. Ooh, a 1x1. That could be very useful, potentially. Okay, we're gonna put that there. We're gonna do this exact same thing on the other side, actually. That's just like that. And I'm gonna put that there. And that there. Okay. Alright, cool, nice. I think I'll just put this here. And something's not lining up there. Okay, there we go. Screwed up a little bit there. Fixed it though. Alright, we're good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We are dropping things. That was bad. If I could only find another 1x2. I guess I'll use the 1x4 because those are really a dime a dozen. So it should be fine if I use that there, then and there. Alright, that should give us plenty of running space to start building the upper part. The upper black part. So let's get right on that. The only question is, how are we going to progress this part? That is a tough question indeed. Hey, these Chinese bricks are really coming in handy, though, I must say. These bricks from the China. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. I also enjoy creating things and finding pieces in boxes. It's really therapeutic, I guess. It's just nice to dig around, and then you get that gratification, I guess, of finding what you're looking for in the box all the time, while also getting the pretty satisfactory sound of digging in Lego bricks. Welcome to the stream, Dayasha Show. I think I'm saying that right. Thank you for tuning in. Great to see you. I am currently in the process of building the SS America from Lego, a 20th century ocean liner built to rival its European competitors on the transatlantic trade. So a pretty pivotal moment when this ship launched, for the reason that it was America's re-entry into the transatlantic trade, but also because the day after World War II started. But well, let's not get into that right now. Anyways, I am trying to figure out how to do this bow, and it is consistently continuing to stump me. And I'm trying to figure out a way to have it not stump me. That works kind of nicely, I must say. Maybe if we put 2 there, perhaps. Yeah, I agree with you, Karime. I agree with you. I'm gonna get there. I'm probably gonna get there in a second. I am just trying to build it up, at least. Grab another Chinese brick. These Chinese bricks actually came in really clutch, I must say. I did not expect they would have 1x4s, but it's really nice of them to put it in there. So, shout out to the guy who packaged it for me in China. Whoever he is. Let's see, maybe we put like that? Okay, we'll leave it as that, and we'll see if it needs to be bettered, I guess is the right word. If it needs to be bettered. All right, Chinese brick coming in. So far, okay, I think I need a 1x3 there. 1x3 would do me good. Did China send me any? Unclear at the moment. I don't think they did. Anyways, I should have some in my spare parts box. So, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right. All right, now I need another 1x3. Or I suppose I could just use a 1x1 and a 1x2 here as well. Okay. Nice. And there, I assume we'll need another 2x3, which I so conveniently have right there. Thank you, spare parts box, for granting me that. Yeah, I think I like how that looks. Kind of abstract. We did a really good job on making the bow of the SS United States quite abstract, so kind of going for the same thing here, because in real life, the SS America's bow was maybe even more extravagant than the SS United States one. Let's see here. How are we going to continue that part, though? Maybe we make it straight again? Make it full flat once more? I'm not entirely sure. I need black bricks. Can I have them, please? A spare parts box, thank you. Let's see, how does that look? Looks a little rough, but maybe if we put another black brick on top of that and make that jut out a little bit like that, I think that looks good. Maybe, yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Now just mirror the same thing on the other side. Grab myself a 1x4 and 1x2 and kaboom. That is actually looking really nice. Surprisingly, it is looking rather nice, I must say. And then, ooh, that's even nicer. We can just put that as the bricks on the outside and as the beams. This was like, yeah. Gosh, I've been talking for a while. Oh, time for a drink of water. I'll probably continue the stream another 20 minutes and then I'll call it a day. And then we'll continue next week. Same time, same day next week. I think it's going to be the 17th of February next week when I'm going to be doing another stream like this. So make sure to tune back in next week, y'all. All right. Make gaps in the spine. Trying to make this as light as possible again. Learning from past mistakes of building the spine out of solid brick and then having it weigh 50 pounds. We do not want a repeat of that. We want a strong, stable ship that is also light. We like a nice light ship. Let's see. Do I have a nice long filler plate lying around here? Okay, I have a couple. Could use them. Actually, I am gonna use them. Put them there like that. And I need another one. I'll just use this random green one. Oh, dang it. We gotta extend the spine first. Actually, wait. Are we at 12 studs yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're at 12 studs. Huh. Nice. All right. Well, that means from this point on, we can literally just keep the hull going straight for forever, pretty much. Well, until we reach the stern, that is. Obviously. Continuing to put in filler bricks, as well as, ooh, not hitting the camera, let's not do that. As well as adding in the necessary reinforcements. That's too much. I'm going to leave the live. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish you a good night. Hope to see you next week. Yes. Hope to see you tuning back in next week as we continue building this grand ocean liner. All right. So we are going to continue. Continue going. There we go. Now it seems we need a bit of a longer brick or so. Kim Hamilton! Welcome to the stream, man! It is great to see you. Man. Hey, looks like I am building the... I don't know, would you call the SS America the sister ship of the SS United States? I guess not really, no you wouldn't. But the running mate. Looks like I'm building the running mate of your profile picture, Kim Hamilton. Welcome to the stream. It is great to see your face again. Okay, Let's see, how can we add a gap there? Oh, we can just do that. Simple. Why did I overthink it that much? Gosh. Okay. Okay, ooh, forgot to check. Are we still in the ballpark of like we are still very much in the ballpark. We're actually perfectly in the ballpark. Okay. We probably won't extend the hull too much. We'll save that for later streams. I want to focus on mostly focus right now on getting the black part up to the deck. Maybe not starting the deck just yet because I need to find the rest of my tan parts. But at least get up to that point where we can just start stacking bricks on bricks. Just sustainably. I'm so happy that the SS America won the vote. Me too. It's gonna... The SS America next to the United States is gonna look so good up there on my shelf. And hopefully at the next convention as well. Because, I don't know, maybe not this year, but at least at some point I am gonna be taking her to a convention. And I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to make it in scale with the SS United States, the one I built last year, so that they look good next to each other. When and where is that convention? It's probably going to be in Chantilly, Virginia. That's where I did it this year. But they're actually removing that expo center, I think, and it's going to move to Manassas, Virginia, so it might be there. I could also suppose take it to the one at Fredericksburg, but we'll see that. Nothing's set in stone yet, but the idea is certainly there. Definitely. Okay, I think we're done with the waterline for today. That's as long as we're gonna make it. Now we can just... Ooh, look at that. The perfect use for the 1x1. Absolutely perfect use. Smack that down. I really need to get me one of those... You know, like those Lego hammers that you use for hammering down plates really nice. I need to get me one of those. Those would be really useful. All right, now we put that there. Actually, I'll put this there. And then I put this there. Nice. Love that you're doing it in scale with the Big U. Yes, the Big U. That is an awesome, affectionate nickname. From now on, I'm going to continue calling it the Big U. Almost. But yes, the stacks of the SS America next to the SS United States. Whoo, what a nice sight that's going to be. I'm really looking forward to this. Welcome back to the stream, Ernest. Great to see you back in here. And, oh yeah, I was about to say that I target to finish this project hopefully by, if everything goes to plan and there's very minimal delays with the streaming schedule, then I plan to have this done by maybe mid-May. Early June at the latest, but unless we get more sand green problems, which there shouldn't be because I don't need sand green as much for this, and I got plenty of leftover from last year. But maybe I'll need to order something else from Bricklink, and who knows how long that'll take, so hopefully I'll get this done by mid-May, and then I'll move on to building the SS Atlantic. And I'll get into explaining that in the next stream, probably, because it's kind of getting late. Where is the Big U right now? It is currently sitting on top of my shelf. I could actually show it to you right now, Kim. It is currently up there with my other 3 ocean liners. The Queen Mary, which is not in scale with them, as you can see. My Britannic, which is actually in scale with the United States. And the Big U herself. Very nice. I finally got the king posts in with the necessary details. And from the back here, you got the little dip back there. I'm really happy with how she turned out. I think I got her proportions really well, especially next to the Britannic. They are... If I made the Britannic just 2 studs shorter, she would be perfectly in scale. Now I sound like that one guy on YouTube Shorts that's like Lego sets that are perfectly in scale with each other. But no, these 2 are pretty much perfectly in scale with each other. And the one thing I want to do is just switch out those 2 white wedges on the radar mast, because you can look at pictures of the Big U. That part is not white, alright? That's just the only color I had that part available at the time, and I still haven't had the chance to buy some 1x6 wedges in light bluish gray from Bricklink yet, so hopefully I'll get on that soon. But yes, here is the Big U with all my other ocean liners, Kim. Very, very wonderful to see them. This is probably going to be one of the last times they're going to be together, because the Queen Mary, I'll probably move to my room in the not-too-distant future to make room to put the SS America and the SS Atlantic up there. So, yes, enjoy the view while it lasts, I guess. Anyway, we've got... I'm probably going to continue about 10-15 more minutes, so let's get in some more work with the America. What is going on there? That looks weird. Okay. We need a really long, big plate. So, let me see if I have one nearby. I do. I have several. This is wonderful. Oh, wow. Even one from Kobe. Would you look at that? A Kobe plate. Knockoff Lego. Well, ain't nobody gonna be looking at this ever again, so... Ouch! So, should be fine using it here. Alright. Now, ooh, yes, I was gonna use that there. And... I'm just gonna see if this, like this, looks good. Good enough to keep. Where's the Chinese black bricks? That looks all right, I would say. Yeah, it looks all right. We're keeping it. We are keeping that. I'm going to put that there. So far, I think we're really doing a good job of making this as light as possible. Because this water bottle right now is heavier than this in my hand. So, for now, I think we're doing a really good... Holy moly. Doing a really good job of making it as light as possible. Because with the big U up there, I made the grave mistake of making the spine out of solid brick with 0 gaps. Kim, I'm sure you'd remember. And in the end, I ended up weighing it. It was close to 50 pounds. So carrying that around, especially for the convention, was not the greatest. Thankfully, some guy lended us a cart in the end, but carrying around was like a full-on workout of its own. So gotta make this as light as possible for future usage. Alright. Now, I'm gonna put... Let's see. Is that gonna be 2 there? No, that looks weird. I'm gonna make it 1. And that's probably also gonna be 1, so... Oh gosh, I probably don't have any more 1x3s in black. I highly doubt it. It'd be great if I did. Oh, I found a 1x2, but that's not exactly what I need. Could I use a... No, I can't use a corner there. But I guess I could use a 1x1 and another 1x1. Is the lighting all right, y'all? I feel like it's not hitting it. Okay, now it's hitting it better. It was just the angle. My bad, guys. I feel like you couldn't see what I was doing there for a second. Okay. There and there. And actually, maybe we'd be better if that was just flat. Perhaps we would be. Would add, maybe, no, it's gonna be better if it's flat at the top. It'll be better if it's flat at the top. We'll just do that. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is a good opportunity to use the corner piece. Yeah, there we go. Looks all right to me. And if only I could find another corner piece, which I'm not too sure that I have, but I feel like I've seen another one in here recently, so I wonder. Ooh, black 1x1, that's gonna be useful. Oh, 1x3. Oh, perfection. We can just replace that and then put that there. Nice. Excuse me. All right, let me grab another 2x4. Spin it around. And maybe, no, that looks wonky. I'm not gonna do that. All right, we'll keep it like that. Ooh, something fell off. Where'd that fall off from? Not exactly sure. I have to go to dinner now, but I'll be back when I'm... All right, I'll see you later, Karime. Hopefully, I'll probably be done with the stream by the time you're back, but hopefully I'll get to see you again in the next stream, which will be same time next week on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So hopefully you will be able to tune in then. But in the meantime, enjoy your dinner and good night, Karime. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, grab some of these. Maybe Will that make it look alright? Does that look okay? Maybe. I do feel like maybe the waterline is too big, but I don't know. Maybe I just feel like that about all my ships, kind of thinking about it. But I do really feel like, let me just pull something up real quick. Nah, we should be fine. We are absolutely fine. Okay. Back to the task at hand. Am I just freestyling all this? Pretty much. I just have a bunch of pictures of the SS America here open on my laptop over here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing the proportions, just basing them off of the general dimensions given to me by Wikipedia, because all the other sites failed me miserably. And trying my best to keep this in scale with my other ships. Especially the Big U, of course, because I want them to look good next to each other. All right, ooh, we need something there. We also need some filler brick there, it seems. So, let's put some... Whoa, look at this brick. It's just... This is not stacked together. Like, you see it goes all the way down. This looks like it was made in, like, the 80s, maybe? Fascinating stuff. I don't know where I got that. Ooh, nice, big, thick brick. Brick thick? Thick brick. Alright. And now... Ooh, found another 1x3. Ooh, no. Almost fell. A 1x6. This could help with structural stability slightly. Put a 1x4 on the other side. Sure. That works out nice. Works out very nice. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna go back to some images. That image doesn't really help. Let's see. Sorry for the silence, guys. I'm just trying to familiarize myself with this image a little bit more. Okay, yeah. Okay, seems like I'm doing everything right so far. I got to go, but I'll be back at 6 p.m. Tuesday. All right, Kim, I will see you later. Looking forward to seeing you again next Tuesday. Good night, my friend. I will also probably be signing off in just a couple minutes. Let's see, 9:05, dang. All right, yeah, 5 more minutes probably. I'm just going to try to finish this section here, and we'll call it a day. All right, so in the meantime, I was looking at this blueprint here, and what I have discovered is I have judged this better than I should have. Very, very interesting. So yes, this should definitely be as thin as it is, because the thicker part of it is coming up, and that's going to be really thick. It'll be in the thick of it. Actually, we might be safe with making a full brick. Hold on. Yeah, we should be safe. We should be safe with making that a full brick. It also make things a lot easier. A lot easier. Okay, grab some more bricks. Place those there. Go to the other side real quick. Fix this up real nice. Okay.
Okay. We are looking very good. Very, very good right now. Very, very... Ooh, shoot. No dropping things, please. Should we make that 2 there? Yeah, sure. It adds to the abstractness of it, which I want more of. All right, there we go. That is, well, at least the main part of the black bow that we were worrying about today. I'll just put on a little bit more of these pieces on the back here just to set things up for the next stream next week. But after this, I guess we'll work just a tad bit on the white part, and we'll call it in. We'll call it in for the night. Just 2 more bricks to go. All right, there we go. Press that down. Get some more filler brick going, actually. I'm going to get that in there well enough. Let's see. How can I make this lighter? I guess it's fine if I put like some filler brick down there, I guess. Should be fine, right? It's not gonna impact the weight superfluously. Getting tongue-tied. Been yapping for too long. Let's be honest with y'all. Too much yapping for me. No, we gotta place one there. Okay. So now that is good. That is very good. And we can place, if I can find another random, okay, there we go. And now I can place that there. That's a little bit unstable. I want to fix that. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, we need to fix that ASAP. Holy. See how that part's down there a little bit lower? We gotta fix that. There we are. Maybe if I do this instead, things will be better. Yes, they will be. And just another 2x2 there. And there we go. And that there. And that there. I guess we'll just place that there as well. And honestly, guys, I think that's good for tonight. I think we made some real damn good progress. Some really, really good shaping. We got the bow really well, even though it almost knocked the brains out of me trying to figure out how to do it. But we did it in the end. And I think I am satisfied enough with the design. Maybe the very prow of it isn't the greatest, but actually it's not so bad. I shouldn't overthink it. It looks pretty decent, honestly. But in any event, that concludes the first building stream of the LEGO SS America. So thank you everybody who joined me tonight, for joining me. We had a lot of fun, got a lot of good progress done on the SS America. I mean, what would you call that? Progress. That is what. This is absolutely awesome how much progress we did. The bow was good. I like it. Curious to see what you guys think, but we will save that for next stream. So about that next stream, Next Tuesday, February 17th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the second part of building the SS America. And hopefully we'll get some of the deck details. We'll definitely expand the hull further. Maybe even get to the breakwater, actually. Probably not all the way to the superstructure. That's probably going to take probably a little bit more time, but we'll see. Anyways, with that being said, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Bizzo, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you guys so much for that. And I hope to see you guys in the next stream. So, until then, this is Michael Lego signing out. And goodbye.